around about this time last year, everybody was getting very excited about the forthcoming, not very well kept secret of the Man United's football club, Old Trafford, plans and regeneration announcements. And it was quite a spectacular reveal. So rather than pretend it's going to be another reveal, which is not, a lot of people will be unaware how the framework around creating that and allowing something to happen, whether it's exactly what was unveiled last year is not really relevant. There will be something, and there's been a lot of frameworks being created, and I thought it'd be really helpful for people to know what those frameworks are and how that's beginning to talk about a wider vision than just what was revealed last year.
Absolutely, and in terms of the frameworks, we started with the Wharfside master plan, which covered the waterfront and indeed the area where Old Trafford Stadium sits at the moment. Since then, we've been doing a lot of work around that, given the aspiration that United have for a new stadium. And we have been working on and have just launched the Mayoral Development Corporation for that area. That is a huge pocket of land. Clearly, we look forward to seeing a new stadium at the heart of that. But at the same time, there is so much opportunity for housing, good quality, affordable housing, good transport networks, creating a new neighbourhood through art and culture, as well as it being sports-led regeneration as well, enhancing the use of the blue spaces there as well, the Ship Canal and also the Bridgewater Canal as well. So the Mayoral Development Corporation is the thing that everything hangs off. We've got a fabulous board chaired by Lord Sebco, and we have got a direction of travel that will transform that area over the next few years.
So one of the question marks that live around the idea of the football club will be, because it's such an ambitious proposal by the club, there might be either unknown constraints that come to bear or other things happen that prevent it happening at a timescale that the club would like. And certainly last year there were some very ambitious timescales which already look as though they are impossible to keep, but you never know, it may happen in that timescale. But in an expectancy that it might not happen as quickly as the club would like, how does the council consider that with its other framework documents, it can manage a regeneration process around which the club can more slot into that process rather than the other way around? Do you think that's a feasible way forwards for the council if it has to work that way?
I think it absolutely is. I mean, we've been doing our own master planning over the last 12 months where clearly the club and the stadium are integral to that. But there are lots of other things that we're doing around that at the moment. Housing has already started in the area, which is great to see. And we have a clear plan, a clear vision for what more we can get out of that, whether that be complementing the work that's been happening across the water in Media City, Salford Quays area. But we have our own ambitious housing targets for Trafford. The government has its own very ambitious housing targets. One of the things that we have in Trafford is that ability to deliver, working with our colleagues at Greater Manchester as well to help enable that. So yes, we will work and continue to work incredibly closely with the club. We want the club to succeed. We want the club to realise their vision. But in the meantime, there are other things that we can work on in that area, housing being at the forefront and creating a new community there, which I'm confident we will be able to do.
How do you see the provision for new economic ancillary supporting cafes, bars, shops and things like that, which make areas a sense of place and work?
I think they're all very, very important, and there will be clearly a need for cafes, bars, you know, a huge range of food and beverage opportunities for people, as well as shops. I mean, we're quite fortunate at the moment. We do have basic access to things like supermarkets, but there is a real opportunity there. We want that area, referencing both the football club and also the cricket club. We want that area to be a real destination where people can stay. And I think we will get that with the work that we're doing. And then when they've seen all the stuff that's we have on offer in that particular area, we'll move down that Western Gateway to the new, firmer Spa as well, which isn't too
Indeed.
far away from it. So I think overall, we first of all want to make it a great place to live and make sure that people have access to amenities, from those small businesses through to the cultural offer, as well as the sports opportunities that we which we see. But we also want people to come and visit us. It's a really attractive place to visit. There's lots going on there, and I think through the work that we're doing through the Mayoral Development Corporation and linking it in with the other projects we have in the north of the borough, we can do that. So it's up to me as council leader to make sure that we get the place right, but also make sure that those people that live in the area already get the benefit too.
So the whole of the Western Gateway, Salford, Trafford connections, that has significant impacts across that swathe of Greater Manchester. So this is not just about Trafford, is it? I mean, it has economic benefits beyond the borough's boundaries.
It absolutely does, and we have a very good working relationship with our neighbours in Salford around the Western Gateway. We meet regularly to scope out the opportunities that we can see along that ship canal space between our two local authorities, and there's a lot going on there. I've referenced obviously the firmer development in Trafford City. You've got the housing at Trafford Waters. You've got the Port Salford and all the opportunities that may bring to Salford. You have got Carrington. You've got town centres such as Stretford and Eccles that are undergoing some regeneration as well. There is a lot going on in that space, and both Salford and Trafford are ambitious to realise the true value of economic growth in that area and how that works for the people that live here.
We're only a short distance, though, from the city centre, which attracts its own headlines.
Absolutely.
So you've got the city centre and the cultural, exciting hub that is the city centre of Manchester that garners its own headlines. Yeah. You've got the football club that rightly garners its own headlines. Do you see the opportunities there to manage two quite close but exciting and different attractions for this part of Manchester?
I think there's a huge opportunity there. Again, we work closely and well with our Manchester City Council colleagues, recognising that the MDC almost touches on the border with Manchester, recognising, as you say, they are so close, the thriving city centre, and we've seen the renaissance of the city centre over many decades now, but also the potential we have here. They're within walking distance. Yeah. So there is a huge opportunity for us to attract more people to come and visit Manchester and feel the benefits of a city centre visit, but also what we're doing in the Old Trafford area as well. I do see very much them complementing one another, and we have, say, good relations with Manchester City Council in terms of making sure we get the best for both economic hubs there.
Yeah, and that presume that has a knock-on effect for increasing the public transport links between the two. Certainly part of the story around Old Trafford regeneration is to improve the accessibility by public transport, child network and so on. So that will give those benefits to link the two even more.
There's a huge benefits there. So yeah, public transport, absolutely. We want to make sure that we've got a world-class public transport system. And I think a lot of investment's gone in through Greater Manchester to the B network over recent years. Huge potential with buses as well as what I would see is quite a quick win in terms of improving services in that area as the development comes on. But also walking, wheeling, cycling as well, making use of those two blue spaces in the Bridgewater Canal, the Ship Canal, that go into the city centre as well, making use of the Castlefield Viaduct as a nice walking route along to the MDC area. There's huge potential there to join up the two areas and make it as seamless as possible for people to move between the two.
Famously, Manchester and Mancunians are noted for their sort of welcoming approach, and that's certainly the case in Old Trafford. The area has experienced many different incarnations, and so it now is an area of many diverse talents. So do you think that level of diversity and interest is a great foundation for how the Old Trafford vision documents can move forward and project what the images are for Manchester as a whole?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, when you're looking at the Old Trafford place where people live as opposed to the staging for the moment. It's one of the most diverse areas of Trafford. There's a huge and rich heritage there that has grown over the past 50, 60 or more years. And it's something to celebrate and it's something to welcome. And I think having a global brand like Manchester United as a central part of what we're looking to do in the Mayoral Development Corporation area is a real pull. We know that Manchester United attracts fans and interest from all around the world. We know the club, the team are the same. It reflects through the, who plays for the club as well. As a Trafford resident for 40 plus years now, I have also seen how diverse Trafford has become, and it's a really, really welcome. So I'd like to see the interest that people have in this area from around the world. I'd like to see it as an opportunity for people to see that Trafford, Greater Manchester, is an incredibly welcoming place. We celebrate diversity, we appreciate diversity, and we have got a lot to learn from one another. But I'm proud Trafford resident and proud Mancunian, and I think that this will really promote that agenda.
I think that's right. I can vouch for that also as a Trafford resident.